Welcome to Chump Change, everybody. The show after the show where we talk about the truth behind the lies. So thank you for joining us for this. Thank you for being a first member. And welcome back, everyone from the episode. There y'all are. Those beautiful people. So,
Jared, we
great.
did the same thing. we both,
Do we?
Yeah,
We're so in sync.
yeah.
no,
And
Backstreet
then
Boys.
Fiona looked like
It's-
she was reading another monitor. So.
Backstreet back.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, speaking of which, Carrie. So, Carrie,
Hello.
this post-tap routine. So yeah, they selected the music for you.
No, so yeah, genuinely, we would do the thing I did. It started as like a self-defense thing, and then when you got old enough or got to, I think it was green belt, you moved over to like the normal Taekwondo class, and as a part of that, we would also go out and do like performances and stuff. So that was like its own thing, and like my instructor like choreographed it and did it to music and all of that. So when the talent show came up, I was like, oh, I'll just do one of those on stage by myself, not thinking about the ridicule that would come my way. You know, it's a learning experience.
So it was a talent show for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did it
Yeah.
like okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I guess
This
just
it was,
silence
when
you've described.
When you read
Oh, go ahead.
this statement, I was like, oh, this has got to be either Chad or Fiona because they're a bunch. Oh, I guess Carrie's also a little weeb, and for some reason, I pictured it being like a very like kind of like anime-esque kind of dance.
I'll be honest, like I did the exact same thing when I used to do Taekwondo. They make you do these like routine performances, and I wasn't a weeb back then. I wasn't really watching anime then. It was my mom putting me in this shit. But they make you, and I did one with the Rihanna song, the Mayahi. What is that song?
Numa Numa.
Oh,
no,
Numa
not
Numa.
It's
that.
actually called like
what
Dragon
you just
Stin
sang.
V on something. I can't remember, but
It's to the Numa Numa song though.
It's to
is
the
it?
Numa
That
Numa
blew my
song,
mind.
but it's I forgot that. Live your
If
life.
it's not
Live your
Papa
life.
Roach, I don't
We
know
did a
it.
whole routine on that. Yeah,
Classic.
So
Yeah.
He actually,
So
I heard
in two pieces. All right.
he prefers Daddy Roach now. That's weird. I don't like it.
Right?
Daddy
Yeah.
Roach?
I don't like
He's
that.
got to get in
Yeah.
with the time. Fiona,
Yeah.
you lived for 3 months in a haunted house without knowing. What's the story with
It was
that?
it was in the south of France. I lived there for the summer. I lived there for the summer with my mom and my little brother, and I was like 10. Like I didn't have a choice to leave or not. I was there. I was stuck there, and it started getting weirder.
I say
It was like,
weirder.
oh, yeah, it was like okay, it was normal, like the door closing by itself, the wind, or the you hear footsteps. Oh, it must be my mom. Anyways, I was hearing these crazy things, and suddenly you would see like how my little brother and we would slowly start sleeping in my mom's bed. We slowly would be like, oh, we'll sleep on your bed, it's fine. And eventually my mom at one point was like, okay, this shit's going too far. Like, I feel like she explained that she saw something, like saw a person in the home. So she was like, I had enough of it. So she went to the landlord and was like, hey, what's going on? And apparently someone did kill themselves actually up in the attic.
Oh damn!
So,
Oh god, that's classic horror movie shit.
I mean, once my mom knew that, pack your bags
out of there.
Go
Yeah.
somewhere else. I mean, it was like crazy. It was, and we
That's
didn't
pretty
know,
insane.
but it was crazy. Yeah. So that's my
Jeez,
story.
man.
That's
Oh.
crazy. That's so hard to hear. Yeah. Wow.
Right. I know.
Carrie,
God,
get
take
that
some
on
notes,
your
please.
thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
Carrie, take some notes.
Make it flash.
Here,
Yeah,
here, I can just do this.
there it
Nice.
is.
Perfect.
Just Carrie, no. Chad. So
Yes.
which Barbara said out loud, but didn't go for, was that you got a ticket for trespassing.
Yeah, criminal
Shocker.
trespassing specifically.
Criminal trespassing. When,
What's
where?
the difference?
Apparently it's like with malicious intent or something like that, but it was such
Oh.
bullshit. So
Yeah.
we were I was like 17 and like Sam and I were hanging out at his place, and they were like, hey, let's go skate. And so it was me, Sam, and his
Sam.
brother, and like one of our friends, and we drove to like a nearby school, and it's probably like midnight. And this school just like had some bike racks that we just like wanted to like grind and skate, right? And so like we're doing that, and then this car comes and pulls up, but they're like kind of far away, but not. And we're like, and I remember I just looked at them and I was like, guys, that dude's gonna call the cops or something, right? And so it's like, all right, we'll leave. There are no skating signs posted, no trespassing signs, nothing like that. We're just like skating the stuff. So like, all right, we get in the car and we start driving away, and the car pulls out and starts following us. And so Sam's brother Jesse was driving, and I was like, he's like, dude, this guy's following us. I was like, yo, pull over. So we pull over, and then the guy pulls over, and the car is just waiting. And so then like I get out of the car and I turn and I look at the guy and I go, like, what's up? You know,
like Chad would, yeah.
And so
that's just gonna
he gets
incite
out of
them.
the car, and it's a security guard. And he goes, hey, I just want you to know I've already called the police. You might as well just wait right here. And I was like, okay. So the cops show up,
Hour hungry.
and then we explained to him, we're like, hey, yeah, like we were skating, and then this car showed up, and it was like really weird, and like we didn't know what was going on, so like we decided to leave. Nobody asked us to leave, which we would have. There were no signs posted or anything. We were just like, it was, we just wanted to skate. And they're like, okay. And they go and they talk to the dude, and the cops came back, and the cops were like, hey, like, we're really sorry about this, but like this guy's really insistent that like we write you guys a ticket. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to write you all a ticket for criminal trespass. And I was like, what?
God,
and I was like, that
That's
can like
such bullshit.
that can fuck me up. Like if that's on my record, right?
Yeah, it's criminal.
Yeah. And so nice pun. And so then we're just like, okay, so we got the tickets, and the cops literally apologized to us, and the guy was like really smug about it, and then we all left. And so then we went to court, and the best part about it was Sam's mom was like so mad. She was like, that's bullshit. And we're like, yeah, we know. I'm like, we've always been good. Like anytime like anyone has ever asked us to leave a place that we were skating at, like we left, right? And so we literally had to go to court, and all of us were there. And Sam's mom just like went on this like diatribe, just off about like this whole situation, blah, blah, blah. And like we all like gave our like statements and stuff. And then the court literally apologized to us. The judge was like, hey, I'm so sorry. We have a lot of more important matters that we need to discuss during this stuff. And this is honestly a waste of taxpayer money and time. Yeah. So we're going to just take this off of your record. And I would like to publicly apologize on behalf of the city of that we were in. And then I was just like, wow, cool. And so then I got it off my record.
Outcome, yeah.
Was the security guard there?
No, he was not. That was also part of the reason.
He's like, this is a losing fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I wish it wasn't. Like,
what a dick.
Anytime Chump's on and we have a story about police or like this ticket that was bullshit or something like that, it's you and Sam. Every time you and Sam have these run-ins.
Was it you and Sam with the conga line in the convention?
Yeah, well,
you and
Sam actually wasn't there, luckily.
Oh,
that was my friend. Yep.
That was
a different friend.
That was just Chad.
That was just
Chad. That was not me.
Over.
I was there, but I was not the one. But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing is like when you're like skating and stuff, there's always that stigma, and like I was always the person to talk to the cops, and we were always like really cool about it. It's like, yeah, like if or even like an owner of a property, we're like, hey, you guys need to leave. Like we don't want the liability. We were like, all right, cool, get it, and we would leave. But it's those times. Man, there were times that the people wouldn't talk to us; they would just call the cops. I had a dude like start yelling. I had a cop come up and just started screaming at me about how like we're wasting our lives and how he's going to confiscate like our rollerblades and skateboards and stuff.
What is it with security guards and skaters? Like I don't understand.
I don't know
why they're just like,
it's like
these are the hooligans.
Don't get to do much. Like, they don't get to when they get the chance. They're like something. Yes.
Like foaming
my calling.
Yeah.
I get to secure.
That's
and
so
then
annoying.
So Carrie, also before we go, what was the outcome of the cricket situation?
Oh yeah.
You're looking at me.
You're looking one of us died.
No, for real. I think I remember it falling out, not on me, but like somewhere else in the room. And then I went looking for it and I couldn't find it. And I still worked for like a couple hours. I basically just worked like this, where I was like, just constant paranoia for the next like I don't know, a couple hours. And then
then
it
you
was
gotta
I don't
strong
know
the
if
next day.
you I don't know if you remember
gotta
this,
leave?
Carrie. I think it was RTX, like right around the time RTX 2012 was happening. That was like one of the
Mhm.
worst summers for crickets in Austin, to
Oh.
the point where if I was
Oh,
at the
cricket
office at
season.
night working on RTX, I would have to hold a swatter in my hand while I was
Yep.
typing because they were just flying around the studio constantly at night,
Yeah.
everywhere.
My
It got
God.
infested basically, and they were like in the walls behind us and like dive
yeah.
bombing our heads. It was
Yep.
a
Well, we
fucking
still
Yeah,
deal
nightmare.
with
you-
that. Like last year,
Yeah.
we were going into voice, and then like those crickets were coming under the door near the VO booth, and we just had to like sweep them out of
They're
the booth to make sure
monsters.
they were. Yeah.
They're like
Ugh.
Fiona hasn't experienced it yet, but in our
No.
office, in the achievement in our
Oh,
office,
cricket season.
they get behind the curtains, those black curtains that are around the walls.
Yeah,
And you
I
don't
mean,
know
I've
where
seen
along
a
the curtain.
couple. Yeah, I've seen a bunch, especially in the stream room, since not a lot of people clean that room. But we experienced the mice. The mice was something.
That was a whole
God.
different can of worms. Yeah, that was, it's not good in Achievement Hunter. It's not good.
Can't wait to work from home
Tag.
indefinitely.
Yeah.
There's no crickets or mice in here. It's nice.
And if they
That's
are, it's
pretty
your
good.
own fucking problem.
Right. I just have
Yep.
cats. I just have those vermin.
So you're gonna go
Mhm.
back to the office. They'll have taken over the whole
They
office.
take
They're
There's gonna be a
in the
cricket
tech
at
room.
my desk, like working.
I don't even want to think about it.
Right.
I
It's
don't
You
even.
walk in, they
It's
all look
gonna
at
be
you, and then you're like,
disgusting.
"Listen, I have
I
notes."
can't do it.
There's stains everywhere. There's like literally we have moments where someone's on the ground somewhere and we're like, oh, they're in the glass corner. Like that's where all
They're
the
in
broken glass is on the
that's
ground.
The glass corner's
The
ridiculous.
glass corner is a thing. That's a thing.
It's not.
And
Oh,
because there's
Yeah, that
glass
was one of the
there.
first thing you guys said to us when we did the carnival. You're like, "Oh, you put the petting zoo in the glass corner." We're like, "What the
in the
fuck?"
glass.
The glass.
Where the
It
pets,
was
where the
petting zoo was in
animals
the glass
were.
corner.
It was a glass
You gotta be
corner.
careful
Absolutely.
around
Can't
there.
confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cleaning that
Where else are
up.
you gonna put your
Yeah.
glass?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
In the
When
glass
something needs to
corner.
break. This is gonna break.
Duh.
Put it in the glass
This
corner.
is-
But that being said, those are the true stories behind the lies. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for telling your stories. Barbara, thanks for coming in, asking some
Absolutely.
questions, rooting some stuff out. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week for a whole nother episode of Chump Change after Chump. Make sure to sign up. Oh, you've already signed up. You're here. Fuck
Oh
it.
yeah, you're here.
But,
I
like,
did that
stay
last
signed
week
up.
too. I'm so used
Tell
to
your
saying
friends
it.
to sign up.
Tell your friends to sign up. That's what you
Yeah.
can do. Spread the word. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.